Game 2, Suns Nuggets. I'm going to be running you through a little betting preview in this video. I've also locked in an early player prop bet that I think has pretty good value. So that's what we're going to be going through in this video. So the Nuggets, unsurprisingly, they're favored kind of around minus 180 on most sports books. The point spread's at 4.5. And this is the importance, right? As a sports bettor, if you take one piece of advice away from this video, you should sign up for multiple sportsbook accounts, right? If you want to take the Nuggets spread, getting -4 versus a -4.5, that really adds up long term, right? No sports bettor wins every single bet. So being able to grab -4 on Circa as opposed to -4.5, Circa's half a point off from basically every other sports book. This is impactful. Right? This is how you make money sports betting. You're hunting through the market. You're looking for value. If you want to bet on the Suns money line, well, you should be placing your bet at plus 165 on PointsBet. All these books, right? They all want to be unique. They all try to set lines independently. So as a sharp bettor, you want to get as many sports books as possible, right? You don't stand a chance at making money sports betting. If you're placing bets at plus 157 on Bookmaker when there's sports books offering plus 165, because you're getting a rip-off price. Right? You're getting a bad price. It's like an investor who has to constantly pay, 20% more for any stock they want to buy. It would be impossible to make money, right? If you want to make money sports betting, you got to get the best possible odds, and that means you're going to need numerous sportsbook accounts. So finally, the total's at 227. So if you use a no-vig odds calculator, this calculator is pretty cool because what it does is we know the Nuggets are favored to win the game, but what this calculator does is it takes the sportsbook market odds and it kind of tells you the win probability for each team, right? So if you look at the average odds, the Suns are minus 186. The Nuggets are minus 186, the Suns are plus 157. So the Nuggets are roughly 62.57% to win this game according to the betting market, right? If you think about minus 200, if a team is minus 200, they're a 2-1 favorite. They're 2/3 to win the game, 66.67%. So the Nuggets aren't all the way up at minus 200, but minus 186. So according to the betting market, they're 62.57% to win this game. So if you think the Nuggets are 80% to win this game, well, 80% means a 4-1 favorite would mean you like the Nuggets all the way up to minus 400. So this is kind of the relationship between win probability as well as odds. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's get into my bet, which I locked in on FanDuel. So my first play, again, you never know when there's going to be value in the market. I find a lot of bets the day of, sometimes it's days before. So sportsbooks started to post odds for Game 2 of Suns Nuggets, and this is an early line discrepancy that I found. So I took Booker, so let me get rid of that. Booker 30-plus points at plus 100 odds on FanDuel. This is the play I went with, right? So you may be like, oh, why did you only bet this for $50? But if we go over to the Nuggets-Suns game, and we go to like player points, whatever, you're going to see these sports books, they limit your bet size, right? So if I wanted to take Booker 35-plus points, FanDuel knows I'm profitable on them. In 2023, even with these reduced bet stakes, I've still been able to make $9.5K in profit on FanDuel. So this is just from Pickett, which is a verified bet tracker. Basically, you sync your FanDuel account, and it tells you your profit and loss. So you can see so far it's been a pretty successful year on FanDuel, but this is why sports betting, you're not going to make $1 million a month doing it, even if you're a sharp bettor, because books like FanDuel can cut you off at any time. So FanDuel's like, we know you've beaten us. We know you're beating us long term. So we're only going to let you bet 19.25 on Booker 35-plus points. So that's kind of the hard part about sports betting. But long story short, the first play I went with is Booker 30-plus points, straight from the OddsJam positive expected value tool, right? So I don't have a money line bet, and it's not because, I won't bet on the money line. It's because right now there's no value in the market for the sports books that I use on the money line, right? I'm following the market. If there's more value on player props, I'll have more bets on player props. If there's more bets that are profitable on Kevin Durant, I'd have a play on Kevin Durant. But let's kind of go through the math behind this play. So we're getting this at plus 100 on FanDuel. So Booker 30-plus points over 29.5 points. We're getting this on FanDuel at plus 100 odds. So we're getting plus money. But what you're going to notice is no other sportsbook is giving you plus money. In fact, every other sportsbook has this minus 114 odds or worse. So as a sharp bettor, I said earlier, it's important to have multiple sports books because you always want to get the best possible odds. So, right, if you want to place a bet on the Suns, you got to be betting at plus 165. You don't stand a chance at making money sports betting if you're betting on the Suns money line at plus 158 right now. Again, because you're not finding value in the market, you're getting ripped off. You're getting a horrible price, right? No sports bettor wins every day. You're going to see I go through losing streaks, winning streaks. It's not about winning every single day. It's about placing bets with an edge so you win long term. I mean, that's how you actually make money sports betting. People love this get rich quick scheme, crazy parlays, but that's BS, right? If you want to make money sports betting, you're looking for plays with a mathematical edge, an advantage. It's kind of like finding a coin that's weighted in your favor. You know some bets are going to lose, some bets are going to win, but because all of your bets have an edge, they have a mathematical advantage, you'll win long term, right? It's really that simple. So as a sharp bettor, what's really interesting about sports betting is you treat every sportsbook as a data point on where the line should be set, right? So these are all sportsbooks that I can sign up for where I'm located, but they're also all data points telling me where the line should be set, right? So we're getting Booker over 29.5 points at plus 100 odds. So if you think about betting at plus 100 odds, you're betting 100 to win 100 in profit, right? You're betting 100 to win 100 in profit. So what we can do is we can flip over to this calculator, which is called an odds converter calculator. And this tells you what percentage of your bets you need to win to break even. So when you're betting at plus 100 odds, you need to win 50% of your bets to break even, right? Which makes sense. You're betting 100 to win 100. So if you went, let's say 50 and 50, you had 50 wins, 50 losses. Well, 50 times you're going to lose $100 if your unit size is $100. 50 times you're going to go up $100. So your net profit's going to be flat. If you're winning betting at plus 100 odds, let's say 52% of the time, you're going to be profitable, right? You're betting 100 to win 100. So if you're winning 52% of your plays, you're going to make money. It's kind of like if you flipped a coin with a friend for $100. Let's say you flip a coin with a friend for $100, but that coin is weighted to show up on heads 52% of the time. Still going to show up on tails. You're still going to lose sometimes, but you know that coin is weighted in your favor, and you're betting at plus 100 odds. If you're flipping a coin with a friend for $100, that's essentially plus 100 odds. You're flipping it for $100. You either lose 100 or you win 100 if it shows up heads. So the coin is weighted in your favor. So long term, you're going to make money because the coin is weighted. So it's no different here, right? We're betting at plus 100. So when you're betting at plus 100, all you got to do is win over 50% of your bets to be profitable. So basically, this is a bet that's winning over 50% of the time. And you may be like, well, how do you know it's winning over 50% of the time? Well, you just take a look at the odds, right? On every other data point, Caesars Sportsbook, they have the over favored, right? Caesars is giving you worse odds on the over as opposed to the under, right? So if we go back to, NBA and we take a look at the money line odds, this should make sense. If not, I'll include my email in the description. And again, you can reach out about any questions, but I'm really trying to explain to you guys, not only give you guys profitable bets that you can tail, but also kind of explain to you how can you make money on FanDuel, right? How can you find profitable bets on your own? That's really the goal of all these videos. How can you become a sharp sports bettor and make money long term? Sports betting is something I love, probably something you love, probably something you want to make more money from, just like me. So if we take a look, right, so you can see, okay, let's take a look at, let's say, the Suns game again. The Nuggets are the favored team, right? Sportsbooks have them as the favored team. Lines are juiced towards the Nuggets. The Nuggets are more likely to win this game. It's no different when you're looking at player props, right? Caesars, they have his over favored. The over is more juiced. The over is at minus 121 odds. The under is at minus 113. DraftKings has the over favored. Fliff has the over favored. BetOnline doesn't have either the over or the under favored. So, for example, with BetOnline, when a sportsbook, like we know, Booker, he's either going to score over 29.5 points, 30 plus points, or he's going to go under, right? It's one of the two. He's either going to go over or under, right? So if you think about it, when a sportsbook is giving you the same odds on the over and the under, what this sportsbook is saying, BetOnline is saying, is he's 50-50. Right? He's 50-50 to go over or under. That's why they're giving you the same odds for the bet, right? The bet has the same win probability. So according to BetOnline, this is 50-50. He's 50-50 to go over 29.5 points, right? So according to BetOnline, because we're betting at plus 100 odds, we need to win 50% of our plays to be profitable. BetOnline saying this is a fair bet, right? BetOnline saying you're basically flipping a coin. It's 50-50, 50% of the time heads, 50% of the time tails. You're flipping it with a friend for $100. There's no value on this bet. It's not a bad bet. It's not a good bet. It's a fair bet. But what you're going to notice is all these other data points, right? All these other sports books, like Bovada, Golden Nugget, Hard Rock, DraftKings, Caesars, Fliff, they all have the over favored. Pinnacle is known to be the sharpest sports book in the world. They have bookers over favored. So favored just means it's going to occur over 50% of the time. But we know when we're betting at plus 100, we only got to win 50% of our bets to be profitable. In every sportsbook, every data point in the market is telling us, hey, the over is favored, except for like Bet Online. But Bet Online is saying it's a coin flip, your bet is fair, right? So according to Bet Online, there shouldn't be juice in either direction. But every other sportsbook, every other data point in the market, 1, 2, 3, right? You can count them all up. There's literally dozens of sportsbooks telling us, hey, Booker, his over is the favored outcome. He's more likely to go over as opposed to under. And they're reflecting that through their odds, right? So minus 200 is a 2-to-1 favorite. Minus 120, it's just a very slight favorite, right? He's not 2/3. He's not minus 200 to go over 29.5 points, but he is favored. So what you can do is you can use this Novig odds calculator again. So for Bet Online, they had it minus 114, minus 114. Same odds for the over-under. Both are 50-50. But if you look at, let's say Pinnacle, right? So if we look at Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, in a lot of sportsbooks, Caesars, DraftKings, Fliff, right? They all have roughly similar odds to Pinnacle. Bovada, Golden Nugget, Hard Rock, a lot of these books have the exact same odds, right? Even Hot Streak has bookers over very slightly favored. So you're going to see Pinnacle, they have his over very slightly favored. So it's 51.01% to win. So according to Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're saying, this over is 51.01% to win, right? So this is a play. We're betting at plus money. So this is like a coin. You and your friend are flipping a coin for $100. If it shows up on heads, you get $100, and that coin is 51.01% to show up on heads. You have an advantage. Again, your bet's not guaranteed to win. You're still going to go through losing streaks, but it's a profitable play, right? So as a sharp bettor, like if you look at my 2023 record on FanDuel, I placed like 500 bets, right? So over 500 bets, I've made money. I've won bets, I've lost bets, but because all my plays have an edge, I'm guaranteed to win long term due to the law of large numbers. So Booker 30 plus points, you can see it right here. I locked it in for $50. $50, 1.48% profit margin. Again, I'm not saying this is a play to write home about, or this is the best bet I've ever had or the biggest bet I've ever had. Just trying to really explain to you guys how the math behind sports betting works, how sports betting strategies work, how to make money sports betting, why positive EV betting makes you a lot of money long term. Because you got to remember, what's really powerful about sports betting is these returns are daily, right? You think about, people investing in the stock market. They're always like, oh, stock market goes up 8% a year. It's amazing, right? 8% a year is cool and all, but this is 1.48% in a day, right? In sports betting, your returns are daily. If you think about it, MLB regular season has 162 games. If you could even just have a 1% profit margin, just a 1% profit margin on your MLB bets, over the course of the regular season, your ROI is going to be 162%. 162 games, 1% ROI on each bet, because your returns in sports betting are daily. So hopefully this video was helpful. Any questions you really have about the math behind sports betting, stuff like that, I'll include my email in the description. Let's make money.